Which is bigger, Hong Kong or Jamaica? Mary.
Jamaica.
Jamaica?
Yes, Jamaica is much bigger than Hong Kong.
Jamaica is the right answer.
Is your house bigger than my house? Is your car faster than mine? Is your job better than my job? Well, if it is, I don't mind.
This question is more difficult than the last one. Which part of India is more mountainous, the north or the south? Mary.
The north.
The north is the right answer.
That question wasn't more difficult than the last one. It was easier.
Okay.
Is your house bigger than my house? Have you got a view of the sea? Are your friends richer than my friends? Well, that's alright with me, because I prefer the simple things in life. The sun in the morning and the moon and stars at night. Yes, I prefer the simple things in life.
Now listen carefully. Is Canada bigger or smaller than the USA? Mary.
Smaller?
No. Bigger.
Cameraman's vest. Color filter. Battery. Cameraman. Viewing screen. TV camera.
External power supply.
Spotlight.
Clapperboard.
Film viewer.
Video camera.
Cameraman assistant.
Exposure meter.
Okay.
Director.
Newsreel camera.
Camera crane. Reflector umbrella. Stage property.
In our restaurant, we serve basically curry and rice, lamb, chicken, prawn. Prawn is a very popular dish. And then tandoori is basically to start with. Tandoori is pieces of chicken or lamb or any kind of meat which is marinated in the yogurt sauce, and then it's cooked in a charcoal clay oven. And you see, it's the smell of the charcoal which gets to the meat, and that's what gives it the tandoori taste. This dish was first introduced, made popular, I should say, by Moti Mahal of New Delhi. They are the people who made this dish popular. At the big restaurants or the more popular restaurants, they have started on the menu to explain the dishes. You see, otherwise you could be spending at least about 15 minutes with one party explaining to them the whole menu. So to make it easier, they have written underneath the dish, they have explained it. Well, anyway, the waiter is there to help you and let you know what the thing is. majority of the restaurants, they have got the hotness, the strength of the curries to the level here, you see. It's not Indian hot, it's London hot today. It's been toned down.
Pakistan was separated from India in 1947. At that time, Pakistan was a country in two parts, West Pakistan and East Pakistan, with a distance of 1,600 kilometers between them. The name Pakistan has two possible origins, from the Urdu words Pak, clean, and Stan, country, from the first letters of 5 states, Punjab, Afghanistan, Kashmir, Iran, Sindh, and the last letters of Baluchistan. In 1971, East Pakistan gained its independence and became Bangladesh, and West Pakistan became simply Pakistan. The name Bangladesh means Bengal nation in Bangla language. Sri Lanka was called Ceylon until 1972. Its present name means wonderful island in the Sinhala language. The name Nepal has two possible origins, from the expression Nipalaya in the Sanskrit language, meaning at the foot of the mountains. The mountains are, of course, the Himalayas. From the expression Nyampal in the Tibetan language, meaning Holy Land.
Pakistan has India to the east, the Arabian Sea to the south, Iran to the southwest, and Afghanistan to the west and north. The climate is generally hot and dry. There is a subtropical climate in the northeast, with a lot of rain in the summer. Bangladesh has India to the west and north, Burma to the southeast, and the Bay of Bengal to the south. Most of the country is under 90 meters above sea level, and is composed of the great deltas of the 3 rivers, the Ganges, the Brahmaputra, and the Meghna. The climate is tropical, with rain in the summer, and a short dry season in the winter. Sri Lanka is an island in the Indian Ocean, southeast of India. About 4/5 of the island is flat, but there are mountains in the south. The highest is Pitrutalagali, 2,527 meters. Climate is subtropical. Nepal has India to the west, south, and east, and Tibet to the north. 60% of the country is hills, and 30% is mountains, including the highest in the world, Everest. On the border with Tibet, 15% of the country is always under snow, but in the south there are tropical forests.
So, you had a good trip?
Oh, yes. I learned
About Ireland?
Yes, and also about Antarctica, Hawaii, Jupiter, and Tristan da Cunha.
What do you mean?
Well, for example, I learnt that the coldest place in the world is the Pole of Cold in Antarctica. Did you know that?
No.
The wettest place in the world, Hawaii in Hawaii.
Really?
Also, I learnt that the largest planet is Jupiter.
I knew that.
And that Tristan da Cunha is the most remote island in the world.
Oh, fascinating. How did you learn all that?
I made a new friend on the trip. Well, on the return trip, at the airport, and on the plane, and on the subway. He had a book of fascinating facts.
What was it called?
I don't remember.
Oh, that's a pity. I'd like to buy it.
Is there anything interesting in the newspaper?
Oh, yes. There's a fascinating fact.
What's that?
The country with the most divorces.
The United States?
Right.
It's also the country with the most dentists.
Really?
I think so.
Is there a connection?
What?
Is there a connection between the dentist and the divorce?
I don't think so.
I'm joking.
Oh. How is everybody?
Well, Anna's been a bit depressed, but she's okay.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to Sweden next week, and she's looking forward to that.
Oh, good.
Did you know that the oldest newspaper in the world is Swedish?
Elizabeth.
It's called the Post och Inrikes Tidningar.
Elizabeth.
And it began in 1645.
Elizabeth.
Not many people know that.
I think I'll make some more coffee.
Bar of chocolate. Newspaper. Photo. Nameplate. Sports magazine. Subscription list. Toffees. Bangs. Bangs. Oven. French window. Oven. Climb the tree. Lemon. Rocking chair. Sun hat. Footstool.
God bless me. I'll be all right.
Hey, come back. It's quite dangerous to go down the river.
It's okay. I've been doing it for 40 years. Nothing ever happened to me.
Oh, come back, please. I've got some Scotch whiskey here.
Thank you. Keep it for yourself. Oh, help! Help!
Oh, my God!
Look! This is the highest building in this city.
Are you sure? I think that building is the highest.
Pier.
Hey!
Sailor. Jetty. Rowing. Rubber boat. Jetty. Television camera.
Leisure boat.
Telescope.
This is a fascinating book.
I'm sorry?
This book, it's really fascinating. It's full of fascinating facts. Listen to this. The giraffe is the tallest animal in the world.
Very interesting.
The blue whale is the biggest animal in the world. Did you know that?
Yes.
Oh. Well, listen to this. The hottest place in the world is Dalol in Ethiopia. The coldest place in the world is the Pole of Cold in Antarctica. The wettest place in the world is Kauai in Hawaii. The driest place in the world is the Atacama Desert in Chile. Fascinating. The largest planet is Jupiter. The smallest planet is Pluto. Pluto is also the coldest planet, and the hottest planet is Venus. Did you know that?
What?
Now, this is really interesting. The most remote island in the world. What is it?
I don't know, but I'd like to be there now.
The most remote island in the world is Tristan da Cunha in the South Atlantic. Fascinating.
I've got a question for you. Who is the most boring person on this train? This is my station. Bye.
The green champagne. Open the book. Jupiter. The sun. Venus. The earth. Pluto.
What did he say?
Sorry?
What did he say?
He said, "This is my station, bye."
No, before that.
Oh, he said, "You're the most boring person I've ever met."
Did he really?
Yes.
No, actually, he said, "Who is the most boring person on this train?"
Are you sure?
Yes.
What did he say? Oh, never mind. Listen to this. The biggest country in the world is the USSR. 22.5 million square kilometers. Fascinating. I think this is the most fascinating book I've ever read.
Is it really? Good.
Listen to this. The highest volcano in the world is Cotopaxi in Ecuador. Fascinating.
Actually, I think it's Guayatiri in Chile.
Oh. Well, perhaps that's the second highest.
Excuse me. I think the highest volcano in the world is Aconcagua in Argentina.
Or the third highest.
Isn't it Kilimanjaro in Tanzania?
Just a minute. Are you talking about active volcanoes, dormant volcanoes, or extinct volcanoes?
Luggage rack. Carry-on bag. Sleeper. Turtleneck. Rail. Guard. Smoking. Dark. Exit sign.
From the greatest book ever written, the greatest story ever told, in the greatest film ever made, Alexander J. Mancini presents War and Peace. an Alexander J. Mancini film, produced and directed by Alexander J. Mancini, and based on Tolstoy's great novel, at a movie theater near you. Now.
Have you seen it before?
No, but this is what I really want to see.
Really? Who is the director? Do you know?
Yes, Alexander J. Mancini.
Do you like his films?
Yes, I like them best. How about you?
Well, actually I haven't seen any of his films before.
Article writings. Screen. Front seat. Couple. Deep sleep. Audience. Whisper.
Adjectives. The superlative degree. Monosyllable.
Cold, colder, coldest. Small, smaller, smallest. Big, bigger, biggest. Thin, thinner, thinnest. Dry, drier, driest. Large, larger, largest. Wide, wider, widest. Good, better, best.
Adjectives. The superlative degree. Two-syllable.
Early, earlier, earliest. Famous, more famous, most famous. Simple, simpler. More simple, simplest. Most simple. Careful, more careful, most careful. Unhappy, unhappier. More unhappy, unhappiest. Most unhappy. Beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful.
Most. Uses.
Alfred Hitchcock was a British film director. I think his most interesting film is The Birds.
Marilyn Monroe was an American actress. I think her most interesting film is Some Like It Hot.
Which country has the most doctors?
Most people think Shakespeare is a great writer.
Thank you. That's most kind of you.